Welcome to Big Money Sales Moves, the podcast for powerhouse coaches, consultants, and entrepreneurs who are ready to scale with confidence and consistent cash flow. I'm your host, Karissa Atkins, speaker, author, and creator of the $1 Million Sales Matrix. Here is where we break through the industry lies that keep women overworked and underpaid. Say goodbye to bro tactics and burnout, and hello to alpha queen strategies. Sales, premium client attraction, and CEO-level leadership that makes scaling simpler, faster, and more profitable. If you're ready to step into your $1 million era and make your next big money move, you're in the right place. Let's dive in. In 2023, my business exploded in the best possible way. I'm talking about massive expansion here. I was literally on fire, a sales call assassin rocking it at business. Every week, I was posting inside of my mastermind group that I was celebrating a 10K day, a 20K day, a $100,000 week, a new speaking engagement, a TV interview, a $176,000 week, right? And there I was posting and celebrating, and not in the most egotistic way, right? We were actually told inside of our group to celebrate the small wins, the big wins. I was just literally having so many big wins, but there were plenty of those small ones too. I'd be like, oh my God, it's not even 10 o'clock yet. I've had great sex with my husband. I had a workout. I ate great food. I feel like $1 million and I made 5K today, right? I will post about anything that really truly sets my soul on fire and that makes me feel happy. And I truly believe that habit alone, being willing to express my gratitude for all the abundance that's coming into my life, puts me into that energetic frequency of literally truly having it all, okay, and getting it all. So as I'm posting all of these posts in my mastermind group, right, celebrating myself, and everyone celebrates with each other because they don't see it as like I said, they don't see it as bragging. They see, wow, if she can do it, then I can do it, right? So I became this pillar of success inside this group. And naturally then my inbox was filling up with all kinds of questions, but one question particularly. And these were from people inside my group. Because guys, we were being coached by the same coach. We were learning the exact same strategies, right? So the question was, Karissa, how are you doing it? What's the magic? What are you fucking selling that is literally creating these massive impactful days? So I sat down, I reflected, and I asked myself, what actually sets me apart, right? And the answer hit me like a lightning bolt. It wasn't strategy. We were learning the same strategy. It wasn't luck, because I believe that luck has nothing to do with where I'm at in my business. It's a simple code that I live by. I literally live my life by this code that I'm about to talk about today. And it's called the all-in code. Literally, if you ask me, anything that I do, I'm like, I go all in, right? Which means I do something to the fullest, right? I don't half-ass anything. I don't do mediocre. If I got an idea, I'm going to fucking see it through, right? I am an all-in type of girl. And sometimes that can kind of be a bad thing, but you know what? It's a good thing in my life. So that's what we're going to unpack today. All right. Is how to create a go all in mindset, because that truly helps me take that identity that we talked about, take the belief system that I'm creating, and truly go all in on living my best life, okay? So welcome back to Big Money Sales Moves, the show for ambitious women who are done flirting with their potential and ready to sell, lead, and live like a seven-figure CEO. I'm your host, Karissa Atkins, your no bullshit business coach and mindset, junkie, creator of the $1 Million Sales Matrix, and of course, CEO of the Alpha Queen Collective. So we are going to continue on the conversation of quantum energetics, right? It's the pillar that truly is like the cheat codes, the success codes, the playbook to all success. Because when you master your mindset, you can master all the strategies that your coach gave you, right? You can master everything that I'm ever going to ever teach you when it comes to sales, marketing, lead generation, all of it, right? You have to start with the mindset first, okay? Because here's the truth. You can't half commit to greatness. You either go all in or you stay stuck, right? You can't make excuses and get results. You have to choose, right? Am I going to be a woman who gets results, Or am I going to make a woman who's willing to just live with these fucking excuses? That's a decision that you have to make. And that is one of the success codes we talked about earlier in the show, right? Of like, code number one, like cheat code number one is learning how to become a powerful decision maker. Okay. You have to make powerful decisions if you're a CEO. Okay. So let's talk about what going all in really means. So to go all in, it means that you've pushed all the chips into the center of the table and you are truly betting 100% on you. Okay, so think of a poker table, and you can kind of like keep half-assing it around, playing with bullshit cards. And you're like, I'm just gonna slowly bet, and eventually you lose all your chips. But when you think about it, it's the people that are like, I'm all in, and they're confident and they're determined and they're wearing their cool freaking shades, right? What do they do when they push those chips in? They literally tell the world, I fucking believe in the hand that I'm holding, period. Right? So it means going all in means there's no backup plan, there's no dabbling energy, there's no waiting for someone to validate your vision. You've decided that you're going all in no matter what. And that's a big problem that I see in the entrepreneurship space is that so many talented coaches are not going all in, right? They're kind of half-assing it. They're 1 foot in, 1 foot on the brake. And it's really hard to go anywhere with gas and the brake pedal down. I don't know if you've ever tried it, but you're not going to go anywhere. Okay. And what happens is that we get so distracted, right? We're like, ooh, shiny object, right? And that could be people, that could be opinions, that could be habits, that could be, literally all the shit in your life. Like we are so distracted, whether it's social media, TV, kids, sports, like all of the things. As women, we have a lot of things that could literally distract us from going all in on our vision. Okay. And I'm not here to tell you you've got to like push your kids aside. Like, I'm a mom, I'm a grandma. Like, come on. I believe in a world where we can have it all without the sacrifice. Remember, that's a belief that I've created and installed into my programming. So I don't ever feel like it's one or the other. There's never any, I either get to be successful or I get to be a great mom. There's never any, I'm either going to have a great relationship with my husband or I'm going to have to, like go all into my business and forget him for a little bit. No, I believe we can have it all, right? We can find that balance between it all. So the big problem with going all in is that so many people are distracted, right? But a true alpha queen doesn't half-ass herself into the throne. She's not going to literally sit one butt cheek on a throne and the other is like, I'm a peasant though. I want to be a queen, but I'm a peasant. I want to be like, no. She's like, I'm a queen. I'm going to own that shit, right? Like you got to own it. So when you go all in, what happens when you literally push in the chips and you believe in yourself at a fundamental level, at a DNA level, what happens is you start to collapse time. Okay. What takes the average person years to do, I do in months, days, and weeks. Why? Because I go all in. When you go all in, you literally tell the universe, like, hey, I'm freaking serious. And the universe rearranges itself around your decision, right? That's what happened for me. The moment I stopped treating my business like a side hustle and a hobby is when everything exploded, right? Because when I was first starting out, my foot was one in on coaching and one in on like comfort zone. And I realized, Karissa, in order to grow and succeed, you're going to have to go all in. Okay. I don't half-ass any area of my life. Ask my clients, ask my husband, ask my kids. It's like I said, it's kind of a curse, but I think it's kind of a badass thing. It's a little bit of obsessive, right? Whatever I'm focused on is a little obsessive energy, but hey, it's good, right? That's how people get shit done. Okay. I kind of think that if you're not a little obsessive about your goals and your vision, then it's really maybe not that important to you. So anyways, okay. So I want to break down, there are 4 pillars to the all-in mindset. When I speak on stage, I really only talk about the first 3, but there are actually 4. Okay. So first ingredient of the all-in mindset, if we were going to bake a cake, there are 4 fucking ingredients you need, right? It's not a lot. You just have to focus on these 4 things. So ingredient number 1 of our cake, let's just say, is that it's really, I guess ingredient number 1 is self-belief, right? You have to believe that everything is possible for you. even before there's proof for it, right? So self-belief is a skill, not a personality trait. Babies don't come out saying, I believe in myself. And the other one's like, I don't believe in myself, right? Like we're all born with the same skill sets: cry, poop, eat, sleep, right? And everything else is learned. It's a learned behavior. Where did you learn it? From the ages of more than likely 0 to 7. And that is what's your programming, right? We talked about that. So anyways, you have to learn to believe in yourself. It's choosing faith over fear every single day. My very first tattoo, I don't know if you can see it, says faith. I put that on my body to remind myself that everything is always more powerful when you have faith. You cannot let fear dictate your life. You cannot, right? I see it every single day. Clients of mine, women, at a grocery store, they're like, I was going to do that, but then, fear set in and I was like, fuck no. And I'm like, oh my God, fear runs so many people's lives. Okay. So many people make fear-based decisions. It's not even funny. So I literally had to anchor this belief onto my body. So when I feel fear, right, I remind myself that faith trumps fear every day. So when I first started hitting big numbers in my business, $30,000 months, $40,000, $176,000 months, right? At first, I didn't believe in the results yet. I was like, there's no fucking way I'm doing this. Like, this is crazy. Like, pinch me, right? Every day was like a pinch me moment. But then I started realizing, oh my God, it's because I believe in me. I don't have to worry about the results. When I believe in me, the results will come. I believed I was resourceful. I believed I was disciplined. I believed I was capable of figuring it all out. I believed everything was figure outable. So I want you to ask yourself, what would change in your life, in your business, if you truly believed that success was inevitable for you? If that no matter what would happen, you would be successful, right? That's a good reflective question for you. Self-belief is ingredient number 1. Ingredient number 2 is what we call self-trust. Self-trust means knowing that no matter what happens, you've got your back, right? You're going to trust yourself to get out of the situation. That even if like you have to really truly work on this. This is again a skill that you can work on, self-trust. Even if something doesn't work out, you'll pivot, you'll learn, you're still going to win, right? I've made some pretty bold decisions in my life, in my business, in my health, in my marriage, right? I've hired before I was ready. I invested in coaches who stretched me. I launched programs on a gut feeling every single time, right? Like I have literally made this bold decision to lean in and to trust myself. And if you're like, yeah, but like, how do you build that? Well, I think it really comes, for me, it's reflecting always back. Like Karissa, you've been traumatized as a child, right? So many moments of fearing for my life, not knowing if I would wake up the next day. You've overcome so many statistics as a teen, right? Dropout teen mom, 15-year-old pregnant girl, right? You went back and you got your diploma, you graduated, right? Like I've overcome so many things, right? I've overcome rape. I've overcome the ability to escape an abusive relationship. I've overcome divorce. I've overcome so many things. So anytime I'm going through something that like is really testing my trust in me, I remind myself of my past because that didn't happen to me. It happened for me, right? Every moment tested me, built resilience within me, and therefore I can trust myself to get out. Okay. So self-trust is really a huge thing. So if you want to move faster, stop outsourcing your certainty. Start trusting your own inner authority. Okay. Ingredient number 3 is what we call self-talk. Your self-talk is the soundtrack of your success. So a lot of women put on a happy face. They walk around telling everyone that everything is okay. But inside, that itty bitty shitty committee inside of your brain is literally talking so much shit to yourself. It's no wonder you're stuck. Okay. Versus I'm someone who is always hyping myself up. I'm like my biggest hype girl. And I learned this skill as a 7 and 8-year-old when I was a gymnast. I learned a lot of really good skills as a gymnast when I look back now. But like when everyone wanted me to lose, I had to believe in myself and I had to give myself a pep talk to win, right? So I learned to give myself really great pep talks. And because of that skill was built as a 7 and 8-year-old, I use that skill in every tough moment of my life, right? So instead of saying, I'm a failure, I'm useless, I'm unworthy, right? I would be like, Karissa, you got this, you got this, you got this. Okay. So self talk is huge. What you believe, what you say, you believe. Because the truth is, no one's going to come to save you, to motivate you all the time. You have to be willing to give yourself that pep talk to motivate your ass. So many people think, I'll just wait for me to feel motivated. And then when I do, when I feel motivated, I'll do the thing. No, you've got to self-talk yourself into the thing. And then once you do the thing, you'll feel motivated. Okay. So instead of what if I fail, start asking yourself, what if this changes everything for me? What if this is the catalyst to all my success? Okay. So start talking to yourself with love and compassion and grace. Stop talking so much shit to yourself. All right. Last ingredient, number 4, is what we call self-motivation. So when you have a belief system, when you have trust, and when you have positive self-talk happening, motivation becomes natural. You don't have to wait for permission or inspiration. You move because you're committed, right? Motivation is not a mood, it's a mindset. It's the result of alignment. When your vision, when your habits, when your beliefs are all moving in the same direction, you become self-motivated. And ladies, that right there is what I call going all in, right? So, when everyone was asking, Karissa, how are you doing it? I was literally responding with things like, oh, it's easy. I just go all in. Everything I do to, the best of my ability. Not perfection. Please do not get me wrong with that. I am not perfect by any means, and I make a shit ton of mistakes, but I learn from my mistakes, right? So it's really more, it's not about perfection. It's about just doing the best that I can in that moment of time. When I'm at the gym, I go all in, right? When I'm cooking, I go all in. When I'm on a sales call, I go all in. When I'm coaching my clients, I go all in. When I'm on stage, I go all in. Everything I fucking do, I go all in. I do it to the best of my ability. Okay. So, if this message is hitting home, imagine how much faster you would grow if your mindset and your energy were in aligned every single day. This is exactly what the Rise app helps you do, ladies. It is filled with meditations and EFT tappings to rewire your subconscious mind for confidence, focus, and self-trust. Most women start feeling results in 30 to 60 days. And if you're ready to create the structure to support you in that all-in energy, go ahead and grab my How to Master Your Time Like a Millionaire course and planner. I will show you literally exactly how to get it all done and still have a life. Okay. Both of the links to learn more about it are in the show notes. So before I like close all this out, I have a couple more things here for you. So here's what I want you to do this week. Here's your power move, right? Here's your challenge. Identify one area of your life or your business where you have been half-assing it, where you've been dabbling instead of doing, where you've been making excuses versus getting results, where you've been putting one foot on the brake and one foot on the gas, right? Just identify where in your life or your business that you've been half in. Maybe it's your content consistency. Maybe it's your health habits. Maybe it's your belief system. Then ask yourself, where do I need to go all in? Do I need to work on my self-belief? Do I need to work on my self-trust? Or do I need to work on my self-talk? Pick one and go at it for 7 to 10 days, right? If the belief system is what you need to change, catch and release, right? Remember Thought Swapper. Go back to that episode, learn what the Thought Swapper is. It was a couple episodes ago. It was brilliant, right? And it's the easiest thing to do to start to work on your self-belief system. Maybe it's self-trust. Maybe you need to kind of literally map out all the shit that you've overcome to remind yourself how powerful and badass you are. Or is it the self-talk? Do you need to work on more positive self-talk? Go all in though with it. Don't try and do all 3. That's a lot. Remember, I've been doing this for a lifetime. Just pick one and go at it for 7 to 10 days. Go all in on the belief. Go all in on the trust. Go all in on the self-talk, right? And watch what happens. Because when you go all in energetically and physically, your results speed up, okay? That is exactly how you collapse time. That's how you quantum leap. That's how you say bye-bye to everyone who's taken the slow route and you're literally hurdling over all of your, all of your goals and dreams. The all-in mindset is part of the $1 Million Success Code. It's the operating system that built everything that I have today. Decisions, discipline, right? Determination. It's huge. That's what it takes to lead, to scale, and to live fully alive. So next week, we are going all in about confidence and authenticity. It is one of my favorite topics to talk about because confidence equals sales, confidence equals more opportunities, and confidence just feels good, right? So Queen, where do you need to go all in? Decide, move, download the Rise app, consider investing in yourself, buy that course with the How to Master Your Time Like a Millionaire. And just remember, I love you, I believe in you, and I will see you next week as we continue on the conversation in the quantum energetics field. And we are talking about confidence and authenticity. See ya and bye for now.
That's a wrap for today's episode of Big Money Sales Moves. Say goodbye to hustle and grind and burnout, and hello to ethical sales and Alpha Queen strategies. If you're ready to master high-ticket sales, scale your business, or grow your empire, head on over to www.alphaqueencollective.com and make your next big money move today.